guys, welcome back to my channel. So I promised you guys that I would show you how I made this wig, and this hair is from Longqi Hair Company, and all the details for this wig and their website are in the description bar below. So the hair that I'm using today is really beautiful. It's a Brazilian body wave, and I got them in 18, 20 and 22. The closure itself is a U-part closure, and this is 18 inches. The hairline is not customized, and the knots here are not bleached. I am lazy, I am not bleaching any knots, but I'll show you guys my little method of getting rid of those knots. So this is how the hair looks when it comes. I haven't opened any of the packaging. As you can see, it's exactly how it was wrapped, but it looks pretty good. So I'm using my favorite spandex dome cap from Jimmy's for $2.49. This is the dome cap that I love. It's really good. I recommend that you get this dome cap, or at least this type of dome cap. So at the minute I've got my crochet braids in, as you guys can see, but I'm going to show you how I measure the dome cap for my head and how I make sure that the lace frontal is sitting in the correct place. So I know I look a little bit silly now, but bear with me guys, all for the tutorial, okay? I'm looking a bit crazy, okay? But bear with me. So I usually make sure that the seams of the dome cap are facing forward, and then I get the closure, whether it's a full closure or a U-part type closure. I get the closure, place it where I think I want the hair to go. So it'll be about here. Usually you're supposed to put this in like a little ponytail so that it makes it easier for you, but I'm rushing and I can't be asked. So yeah, I just mark out with a piece of fabric chalk exactly where I want the closure to be. See that? So now you have two marks. Then I put that on the dome cap, and yeah, I start pinning everything down and sewing it. So let's get into that. So what you're going to do is get your needle, you're going to thread your needle, and I usually double the thread, and I find it easier to work with a curved needle than a straight needle because it's just easier to pull it through the hair. So what you're going to do is sew around the perimeter of the frontal until it's sewn down. Make sure that it's flat on all sides before you start sewing. I usually start from the inside of the cap just to make sure that you won't see the knot, and be very careful here. We never last. Still we managed to stay together. There's no easy explanation for it. Now I'm going to take the longest bundle, which is a 22, and add that to the base of the hair. I'm not doubling the wefts because I don't have a lot of hair. It's not very thick, and I want to make sure that I've got enough to cover the entire head. Pick a point around the nape, and I'm going to start by pinning the hair so I can sew in a straight line going across. So I make sure that I start sewing the thread from the inside so that the knot goes on the inside of the dome cap. And I make the initial piercing inside the weft itself just to make sure that that first weft is secure. So to fold the hair over and move on to the next row, you don't cut the hair, you simply just fold it over exactly where you want it to be, and then get the pin and press that in. And then you just sew that down. To make sure that you're sewing in a straight line, just add push pins where you want the next row to go. And then you just continue this all the way till you finish the weft, and then I'll show you how to add a new weft. So to add a new bit of hair, what you're going to do is grab the needle and put it through the weft just at the beginning, just to attach the hair so that it doesn't become loose. And then what you're going to do is grab your pin and pin that hair down. So all I do when I reach the end of the thread is simply to get the needle and sew it through the dome cap to make a few knots in the thread, and then I just get my scissors and cut right to the edge closest to the needle, and then I make a little knot and make sure that I pull that as close to the bottom near the dome cap as possible, and then I just cut that loose thread. So the wig is now made, all the hair is on the wig, and all we've got to do now is pull the wig off of the mannequin head and cut off the dome cap underneath the lace frontal. So this is what it looks like, and you're just going to cut this bit off. You'll be able to see it because it's going to have sewing patterns all around. Now I'm just going to put this back on the mannequin head, and I'm going to show you guys how to pluck the front to make it look realistic. So to pluck the front of the hair, what you're going to do is get your tweezer and gently pull out a few strands at a time so that you make sure that you don't make a big gap in your hairline. That is what you don't want to do, but you definitely need to pluck it so that it looks more realistic, because that doesn't look like a realistic hairline. So go ahead and pluck that until you feel satisfied that you've got a more realistic looking hairline. I'm going to go do this off camera, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So here's the wig with the customized hairline. I've measured out a bit of elastic that I'm going to sew on the inside of the wig. So from here, from the start of the U part to the other end, I've measured it out to my head, so from ear to ear, so that I know it doesn't fit too tight. And I'm going to sew this down, and this is going to be what's going to secure the wig, because I do not sew my wigs down to my head. I use wigs as a protective style to protect my natural hair. So that's all the steps to making the wig. The wig is now complete. All I do to mask the knots is add a little bit of foundation inside the lace frontal, and that usually blends it really well with my skin tone. So I'm just going to quickly put the wig on so you guys can see how it moves and how it flows. It feels really soft, it's really gorgeous. You guys can see the quality of the hair. I don't even need to sell it to you guys. So yeah, all the links are in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share this video with all your friends, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!